All right, hello and welcome to this episode of Boomer and Degen. I'm your host Biz, coming at you live with co-founder Andy of Crypto Hub HQ. Andy, how's it going? How are you feeling today? Everything good?
Oh, it's kind of very interesting. I have with me a brand new pair of reading glasses, which I'm kind of adjusting to. It's a kind of I put the two prescriptions for my eyes 3 years ago and today into Chat GPT, and it said it's very unusual, but your eyes are getting better. And then I explained about the vestibular migraine, and it went, "Oh, that could answer the question. Although it's
Mhm.
very unusual, the vestibular migraine not only affects your balance, it can affect the way that your brain processes images and things like that. And it could be adjusting back after a long time, and hence why your eyes are changing so rapidly.
Interesting.
So I went and did this. These are like just reading glasses, 1.25. That's it for working on my MacBook. So very strange. But anyway, I'm trying not to use glasses whenever I can because I want my eyes to really adjust to normal. But we'll see.
Man,
We'll
that's
see.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I mean, hey, look, think it's like your eyes are like aging like wine. What they say? It just gets better.
Aging like wine. Yeah, I mean it's very strange, but they're getting better. But anyway, just one of those rare things that happens every now and again to somebody.
Yeah.
Um, Apparently, it's very uncommon. It's very unusual, but it is happening. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, let's come on with the markets.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, we did have BTC do pretty well. Although within the last hour, we do see a bit of a pullback. But there are coins that are bucking the trend right now, which is pretty interesting to see. Of course, for myself, I've been a XRP fanboy for quite some time now. Not because I'm
Yeah,
just a fanboy, because they actually have some serious real world utility. And obviously, my thesis is quite strong. It's just a matter of time before it really gets adopted mainstream. Like we're talking global commerce at that level.
yeah,
But of course, you know, just to see this coincide with Trump's uh, post on his Truth Social, and then just to see XRP do its move today. I mean, it's been quite nice. Of course, the counter argument is it's so corrupt. Like, how can someone just tweet stuff like this, and obviously for self interest and pump bags and stuff like that? But look, I mean, XRP is a healthy coin. At least it's better than pumping some random meme coin. So I support it. This was a good day, and it would be interesting to see where XRP goes from here on. But I mean, before we even start talking coins and all the news and all the shenanigans that are going on, let's talk market health and Bitcoin.
Before I do, it's very strange that you said it's strange that someone can tweet. It's not someone; it's the president of the United States. The corruption
Throw
is
some
like beyond
respect on that
belief.
name.
Beyond belief. It's like crazy. Anyway, we're no political soapboxes today. As you can see in the market health, we see some action in 15-minute, 1 hour, and the 4 hours is moving up a bit as well.
Mhm.
So and that's because if I just click away from there,
Mhm.
we ended yesterday on a with a green candle, which is very good. And today we currently have a green candle, although it's kind of starting to fail a little bit. You can see here that it's above this long-term POC that we've been going on about, which used to have that little fair value gap in it. It's gone above it, but now it's coming back to retest it. So let's see if it bounces off that and continues up. Um, but on the short term, on the longer term, we have had a little bit of a relief. But when you look on the day chart, nothing much to write home about, right? Nothing much to write home about at all. So any green candle on Bitcoin at the moment is like woohoo, right? Um, but we'll just see. Is this final wick down here a turning point? I don't know. I don't know. But as you say, there's been lots of coins. One that's been coming into our system is GLM, which has done really well today. Um, and this has been coming into the new alerts and other alerts as well because of break of structure and all this kind of stuff, right? So there's quite a few coins. ARC from yesterday kind of now has peaked. Has peaked. I've left it on here just to show from yesterday it was the coin to trade, whereas today it's the coin to short.
Hmm.
It's having a pullback. But yes, this GLM is one that's done really well. HEI was another one that's kind of coming up, but because Bitcoin has been having a rise, I mean, on the 1 hour chart now, we've had a couple of red candles. So it'd be interesting to see rising when Bitcoin is falling. SLF and SU. I don't know if they came into any other alert. SLF and SU. Oh, your me is in there. Your favorite coin is me. But I'm not sure that they've come into there. But yeah, so there are a few coins rising when Bitcoin is falling. But Bitcoin's just having a little retest of that point of control right now. So we have to just wait and see what happens. Oddly enough, if you look at this altcoin season index, that's dropped. There's a bit of contradiction going on here because it's dropped quite a bit from yesterday, right? It was, where are we? It was 45, then 43, now 41, whereas the Fear and Greed Index has gone up by 2 points today. It was 37 was it yesterday? 3 points today. So we're in neutral, from fear to neutral on the Fear and Greed Index, which is kind of interesting because that goes in the opposite way to this altcoin season, all right? And if you come back to here, the alts on the others are up. Let me go down to say that, sorry, we're on the, sorry, this one, others. We've had, again, it's kind of following. They also, you can just see how it's following Bitcoin, right? Because if you go back to the daily on Bitcoin, you've got 2 green candles and others has 2 green candles, right? It's just because the bulk of the alts follow Bitcoin, which is why I wrote that new alert to show those coins that aren't, which, this one definitely is doing its own thing right now, as ARK was yesterday. So we've had some relief. Bitcoin is up according to this 0.21 on the day. But yesterday was equally from the open. We had about a 1% rise yesterday. So now we're at kind of 1.17 over the last couple of days. Let's just see how that plays out, Biz. Let's see how that plays out. Let's have a look at a bit of news though before I go into anything else. This guy called Miles Deutscher. I don't know if we've shown him before, but he's got
Yeah,
quite a lot of
he's
skills.
one. Yeah, he's the guy from Crypto Banter. He had a segment. Is he still with Crypto Banter?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay. He's really good
Um,
TA
yeah, so Solana's
DeFi
fee
guy.
burn
Yeah.
dropped to just 177,000 yesterday, the lowest day in months. People are tired of getting burned at the casino, and many are walking away from the table. But human nature never changes. It's not a matter of if they will come back, it's when they will come back. Because greed of these get rich quick people will force them back. Eventually, I think they'll get rugged so many times that they'll capitulate and say, yeah, fuck that. That's no way to build a long-term portfolio, a long-term kind of wealth. The odd few that you read in the news that say, I made, 5 million in 20 minutes on a meme coin. They're so rare, but what happens is that kind of news forces everybody to say, that could be me.
Yeah.
So they put what they have to invest into a coin and it gets rugged, But yeah, I just picked up on that. And that's kind of the only news in the sense of, I know that XRP, if you come back to our news here, where's the freaking news? Here it is. First ever spot XRP ETF gets greenlit in Brazil, which is interesting. SEC seeks public comments for Wisdom Tree's proposal for an XRP ETF.
Mm-hmm.
So Brazil is definitely debuting a spot ETF for XRP. So you can see how XRP, because of that thing you pointed out, we found months ago now, right? The way that all that stuff with the CBDCs and
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff is connected through the XRP protocol and
yeah,
all that stuff that they're doing. XRP is just now becoming more of an accepted token, right?
yeah.
We'll see. We'll see because I think some people are saying that what do they think is a better coin? Sol or say Ethereum, for instance, and people are still saying, "Oh, Sol's going to do better."
Yeah.
Even though Sol right now, I mean, I've not looked at Sol today. Let's have a look at Sol. Um, is it still down? It's kind of had a little rise up, right? But if I go to the day chart on Sol, yeah,
Mhm.
it's still, definitely pulled back, hasn't it? It's pretty cheap at the moment. If you believe in Sol,
Yeah.
then you're getting it a downside cheaper than when it was at nearly at $300, right? Not so long ago. That was
Well,
only like
my,
January.
my concern about Sol is because we know that people get burned quite often, and Sol and Pump Fund are, one of the main contributors to because of that. My concern is that once we get compliance, and I'm gonna say that most likely, XRP ecosystem, because it's been endorsed by so many different levels of government as well as internationally.
Yeah.
My concern is that it becomes the standard and for compliance, and because of that, I have some risk and concerns about Solana as an ecosystem once
Yeah.
this takes in effect.
Well, you're back to something that you may not remember, Biz. Back in the day when video recorders were the thing before DVDs, right? When they first came out, there were two formats. There were VHS and Betamax, and there was a big war between who would win in technologies. Now, Betamax was by far the best technology. I mean, like much better than VHS. But the reason VHS won the battle is that they secured all the contracts to get the content on it. So any film you wanted, you could buy or rent the VHS cassette for, but you couldn't for Betamax, and Betamax died. But as a technology, Betamax was far superior. So Sol is very cheap, right, for transactions. It's very fast for transactions. But as you've quite rightly said, if XRP get all the compliances in place, it's very safe to trade it. There's ETFs, there's all this kind of shit in place. Then there's a very good chance XRP will win purely for that reason, right? Purely for that reason. So Sol has got some catching up to do, and also Sol's going through bad press only
Yeah,
because their entire name is associated with rug pulls on meme coins right now. That's it.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
um, and it was a great thing while it lasted last year and early this year, but I think that meme you're going to get your degens always aping into something new in the hope they're going to get this rich, but I think that whole narrative is over. Right, people are definitely going into more secure, long-term, reliable protocols and narratives like RWAs, like real-world assets and things like that. Right, and because I think eventually the blockchain is going to be used for everything in the world. So meme coins are just going to go away as like something that used to happen, like something people used to do. So I don't. In the same way, like back in 3 years ago, 4 years ago, NFTs became the huge narratives, right? Oh, we've got an NFT worth 55 Sol, 55 Ethereum, and nobody really talks about that anymore, do they? Like nobody. So what can you do?
Yeah, yeah, no, really. But yeah, in other news, uh, Trump orders the gold inspection at Fort Knox ahead of the Doge audit. So this is going to be interesting to see if the gold reserves match the amount that they claimed there is to be 4,580 tons worth. So
Yeah.
this is going to be interesting because if it's not, it'd be very interesting to see how the market reacts to that.
I wonder if Fort Knox currently smells of fresh paint as they're taking bricks and painting them gold right now.
I heard about the UK lending, or is it selling their gold to the States or something like that. I don't know. That could be fake news though.
I have no idea. I know that the UK sold a lot of gold at the wrong time because of a stupid guy called Gordon Brown. He kind of sold it at the bottom, which was like, yeah, you're the best financial guy we should have.
I just blame it on the Canadians, right? Eh? Because
I blame every,
I know we did that for sure.
I blame everything on Elon Musk. I'm sorry, everything is his fault. So
Yeah,
you can't be the richest guy in the world and not be blamed for everything. As simple as that. So it's but yeah. So in terms of alerts today, we've had quite a lot. There's obviously Bitcoin is going up. Now, what I did notice, and I don't know if you've noticed this within the server, that the going their own way,
hmm
there's been, if I go back earlier in the day, um, the list is quite long that kept coming in of coins going their own way. Look at this, like all at the same time of new coins going their own way. And it makes you wonder whether, because normally 90 some percent are kind of just following Bitcoin's pattern, right? It might, if Bitcoin goes up, they might go up one. If Bitcoin goes down half, they might go down 25. But the overall pattern, this alert knows that, understands that, and does this kind of correlation coefficient because it about the price action. So I wonder whether there's some kind of, there was more than I anticipated when I woke up today of coins that are just doing their own thing, which makes you wonder whether the alts are going to start making a comeback. I'm going to keep an eye on this channel to see if it gets less again,
yeah,
where we back to just a few, which we are at the moment. But what happens with this alert is once, like for instance, FAR came in at like 20 minutes ago, it stopped from coming in now for another 2 hours or so, right? It won't come in again. Even if it comes up in the query, which it will, because it'll still be going its own way, it's not allowed to be alerted to us like every 15 minutes. So I think it's at 2 or 4. I can't remember what I set it to. But there's some period of time that has to pass before it's considered again to come in.
yeah,
The system stops it. So anything that comes in, it's just been identified as going its own way. Are you with me?
yeah.
So this alpaca, I can't trade that one, but the USDT, I had that on here. I must have taken that off this morning. Um, the USDT. Oh yeah, you see, because if you go back to BTC here on the 15-minute, it's kind of, that's its chart, whereas the it's kind of sideways then down. So that would have been a very interesting coin to short. 3% down today. So yeah, but I did notice a lot going their own way, which is makes you wonder. That's the kind of thing you'd expect when you get to altcoin season.
Yeah.
Is more coins saying, I don't care what Bitcoin's doing. This is the time. But we'll have to see. Outperforming Bitcoin more. TNSR, SUSDT, we saw come into a few of them just a second ago, right? Let's have a look at this. Rising. Oh, that's all right. It was rising when Bitcoin is falling, then bullish fair value gap. SUSDT. Oh yeah, yeah. There you go. So that would have been a good cut. That started coming in a while ago.
hmm You know what
Little,
played out really well was storage. Although I didn't take a position in it, but I was monitoring it. And
oh yeah, did it?
yeah, it made a nice move yesterday. Um, but that just gave me confidence. I'm just like,
Oh
oh,
yeah, it had a big move, right?
so
Well, that was a very interesting one, right?
yeah.
Because you had a kind of uptrend, and then you had a down, like in the 15-minute, you had a set of downs, and then you went into pure consolidation.
hmm
When something like that happens, right? You know that it's only a matter of time before it goes one or the other way, right? It will either, if I just go down to say the 5-minute chart, that it will go one or the other. Where's that consolidation gone? It's there, right? So it's coming down, and on the 15 minute, it looks like a pure consolidation, doesn't it? But you're getting these high wicks here. You know when that happens, something's going to happen. Like at some point, it can take 5 candles, 50. We don't know, right? But when it starts, it's gone down, and then it goes to horizontal. It's going somewhere else.
Hmm.
Now that so you've had to keep your eye on that. So you wouldn't have known at this point whether to go long or short, but you could have taken two positions. You could have taken a long and a short, and had tight stops, and the profit in one would definitely outweigh the loss in the other.
Yep.
But that would have been a very good like 6-7%, right? Um, but yeah, Storage had done all right.
Uh,
Storage had done all right.
right now, ACH is going their own way, but you see, I tend to like these patterns that are more hovering near the bottom, um, and
Oh, well,
then
then
just
you'd
waiting.
like yeah, you'd like the retrace channel then, right?
No, no, no. I like the going their own way. Like for example, storage made that move, but it was consolidating. Right now,
Right.
what we're getting with ACH is that it broke trend line and it's retesting it right now. The trend line.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, the retrace channel is good because it finds those that have kind of had up and almost at the bottom of that move, right? So if you go to say LTC, um, let me just have a look. What chart is that on? 1 hour chart. Um, so that's had its kind of retrace back, right? And then it's going back down to here. So that could be another move up. So you could get 4%, 5% out of that. You know, so yeah, we've got every type of alert here that for different trading styles, right? Going long, going short, retracements, all kinds of different stuff. But I do like this going. I'm like you, and I know it's because it's the newest alert, and I've just written it, right? But I do like this going their own way. Alpaca, which I can't trade on. Alpaca. Uh, I can't trade on mine. You might be able to trade it. Can you trade it on yours? What is it? MEXC
Next
you're
day,
on, weren't you?
alpaca. Let me see.
I want to tell you. Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah,
You can. You
nice,
can.
nice.
Yeah. So that's interesting, right? So that's sort of
Ooh,
fits into
yeah,
your criteria, right? What
yeah.
you've just said, right? It's clearly it's as BTC's been having this up, it's been having this retracement. And what else has it been into Alpaca? Let me have a quick look. Going their own way. Oh, there you go. Look, as I said, it was just with that LTC one that I'd just shown you. It had already come into that retracement as well. And obviously it was in fall fast rise less because it was retracing. So these are very interesting coins because it's right in the middle of a break of structure fair value gap now, right? So this green one here. So at some point that is potentially going to turn back around. So and that's a huge move. Even if you just went up today, you've got 5%. So no, Alpaca, I'll stick that in my watch list. Not that I can trade it. Actually, I might be able to do because I'm now on that weeks, and they just don't support weeks on TradingView, which is a shame. But there you go. But I did get a free $100 bonus from them today, so they
Oh,
gave me
nice.
$100.
Yeah.
It's very nice for doing nothing, um, for just transferring some money in, So that was $100 out of nowhere, which is very nice. So yeah, so Alpaca could be one for you, Biz.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put that on your watch lists.
Yeah.
Put that on
I
your
got I
watch
got that
list.
on I got mine. ACH I have, and yeah, I think that's good for now. We'll be monitoring to see what else. I mean, there's bananas, another one.
ACH.
Oh,
I'm pretty
oh, look
certain.
at that. Our lovely little friend, Magic Eden, came in.
ME came in. I didn't take a look at it, but that came in as going its own way, right?
Okay, okay.
And that's retraced. I mean, that must have come into retracement as well. MEUSDT. I'd be highly surprised if it didn't. Retraced, as I said, that was like a few hours ago. So it already, if you look at the chart, it's already retraced, and then a few
Yeah.
hours had to start to go back up, right? So these again, if you like that kind of retracement, I'd keep checking that, going their own way and retraced. If you're in both of those, they could be perfect for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these alerts we've got, unless somebody points out I like this trading style and I don't have it, I can write it. It's not hard. Um, you know, but yeah, that me could be interesting. That actually went already back up about nearly 12%,
Yeah.
right?
No,
From
I mean, it would have been nice if we caught it earlier, but I think
yeah,
that the
well, it
move's
had come
already.
in. It just obviously not trading at the time, but it came into retracements back about 5 hours ago, 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, that channel will be very good for you. Very good for you. So I'm still on the 15 minutes, sorry, the 1 hour there, right? But yeah, so that's the news today, Biz. We see a tiny green shoots of recovery, but am I holding my breath? Absolutely not. Now, what it has done is during this stream, it's retraced back to that POC yet again, right?
Yep.
And is currently trying to bounce off it. Let's see if it does. These POCs are like very, very important as support, like horizontal support and resistance lines, like really important. And this has proven like ridiculously like the line for which, if we go back to the Dave chart, I mean, look at that. That's the same line there, right?
Yep.
I mean, it's how long now? Nearly 2 weeks that POC has been either resistance or support, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Well, that uptrend is
so
is important.
yeah, very POCs are like, if you don't know what they are, points of control to do with the session volume profile. Go research it. They're very, very important. I use the 4 hour chart when I'm putting on my POCs, only because I do more day trading, so I don't want to use the 1 day. But they're very similar, but by the time you get to 4 hours to 1 day, but they can slightly change. But as you see here, this is proven for 2 weeks to be pivotal, like in terms of holding the price.
Yeah. Your Koti token just came in as well.
Yes, Cody, we've not looked at that. That's a privacy coin, isn't it?
I'm not. I just remember you were trading in and out of that a while back.
Yes, a while ago, I certainly was. Yeah, I've not. I saw it come in, but I've not looked at it yet. So that's having a retracement. So that might be one of those where you go, okay, this might be bouncing off this fair value gap here. You can obviously look at different time frames. Aha, if you go to a different time frame, like an hour, you've got an order block down here. It's pinged it once, twice, 3 times. So you could just set an alert that says, okay, I'm not going to look at this again until it pops back down somewhere down here, somewhere down here. I probably now on the 15-minute move that up, just in case it's going to come down to that order block on 15 minutes. Why is that not dragging? Just to say there. And then I'd forget about it, right? I won't even put it in my watch lists until it goes off. But yeah, that's the market, Biz. Kind of interesting,
Yep.
Let's see
Yep.
what plays out today, my Thursday.
Totally.
So
Cool. All right, guys. Well, that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll be back at it again tomorrow for Friday. Man, it's already Friday, dude. The time flies. But yes. Anyways, the week goes by really quick. We'll be back at it. If you guys haven't done so already, give us a follow at Crypto Hub HQ. And if you like the insights and tips, you can get it yourself. Just let us know that you followed us, and we'll get you access. You can join the server at the website. Scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see the server link. And then until tomorrow, we'll do this again. Stay safe, everybody, and take care.
Happy trading, everyone. See ya.